Hey guys, welcome back to this week's video on ThatBoredGuy. We hope you enjoyed our previous two videos and that you found them entertaining. This week we have some top 10 hard riddles for you. So I hope you guys have your brain turned on and let's get right into the video. So guys, we have riddle number 1. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I? You guys have 10 seconds to figure this one out. So guys, this riddle kind of relies you on tricking into thinking about the ears and mouth. You get a tiny hint about the wind to encourage you to think more broadly and outside the box. The answer for this riddle is an echo. So how many of you guys got that one right? So now let's move on to riddle number 2. Riddle number 2 goes like this. You measure my life in hours and I serve you by expiring. I'm quick when I'm thin and slow when I'm fat. The wind is my enemy. So guys, you have 10 seconds again. Let's go with it. See, I think we kind of did you dirty here because this is quite a hard riddle. These type of riddles try to trip you up, and this one works by hitting you with details from every angle. The big hint comes at the end when it talks about wind. What does wind threaten the most? You have to really stretch your brain in order to find this one out. So the answer for this is a candle. So now we have riddle number 3. I have cities but no houses. I have mountains but no trees. I have water but no fish. What am I? You guys have 10 seconds again to figure this one out. So this riddle aims to confuse you and kind of get you to focus on things that are missing, such as the houses, the trees, the fish. You might guess that you need to make something inanimate. However, it's quite a simple answer. The answer is a map. That one was quite tricky. Now let's move on to riddle number 4. What is seen in the middle of March and April that can't be seen at the beginning of or end of either month? You guys have 10 seconds again to figure this one out. So this riddle kind of works by trying to get you thinking about the weather, the holidays, or other events that might be linked to March or April. But however, to get this one right, you quite literally have to think. So the answer is the letter R. Now it's time for riddle number 5, which goes like this. You see a boat filled with people. It has not sunk, but when you look again, you don't see a single person on the boat. Why? 10 seconds to figure this one out. Hard riddles like these are kind of brain teasers, and they are tricky because they seem to invite you to a straightforward logical thinking. You may come up with answers such as they went below the deck or they jumped overboard. However, you need to focus on one word, and that word is single. So the answer to this riddle is that all the people were married, so none of them were single. Quite tricky, wasn't it? So now the next riddle is quite tricky if I say so myself, but it goes like this. What word in the English language does the following? The first 2 letters signify a male. The first 3 letters signify a female. The first 4 letters signify a great, while the entire word signifies a great woman. What is the word? You guys have 10 seconds again to figure this one out. So this one is hard because it kind of gets you thinking about genders and everything like that, and what ways they're different. However, you have to think of one word that holds the others, and it's so easy when you think about it logically. So the answer for this one was heroine. So talking about English words and English language, we have another riddle to do with a similar type of topic. So this is how riddle number 7 goes. What word in English has 3 consecutive double letters? So guys, you guys have 10 seconds to figure this one out. So, this riddle is kinda impossible. However, you have to use the facts you know about English to get on the right track. First, you have to think of words which have double vowels, and you must know where this is probably going, as it's going to be a compound word. The first and last letters of those combined words will form one set of double letters. Now, just use your brain and you'll be able to find the answer. The answer was a bookkeeper. Now, we have an interesting riddle. So, it goes like this. A woman shoots her husband, then holds him underwater for 5 minutes. Next, she hangs him, and right after, they enjoy a lovely dinner together. Please explain how this works. So, again, we have 10 seconds to figure this one out. So this riddle kinda throws you off balance with a shock, but pay attention to the first verb, shoots. What else can you shoot with beside a gun? And that's how you'll get your answer. The answer is that she took a picture of him and then developed it in her dark room. So now we are on riddle number 9, and it goes like this. I come from a mine and get surrounded by wood always. Everyone uses me. What am I? You guys have 10 seconds to figure this one out. So the idea of a mine might lead you to think it's something like coal or diamond. However, the best hint in this riddle is wood. It's quite a tough riddle. However, the wood should have helped you figure it out. The answer is pencil lead, because it comes from a mine and is always surrounded by the outer wood casing. Now it's time for riddle number 10, which goes like this. A girl has as many brothers as sisters, but each brother only has half as many brothers as sisters. How many brothers and sisters are there in the family? You guys have 10 seconds to figure this one out. So this riddle is a trick question, as it gives you so much information that it's so easy to get confused. However, there is a bit of math involved in this, and the key is to be simple. You want to count the sisters and the brothers in total and keep it in terms of their siblings, and that should make the answer easier. The answer is there are 4 sisters and 3 brothers. So that one was quite hard, but let's move on to riddle number 11. Riddle number 11 is supposedly short, and it goes like this. What disappears as soon as you say its name? So, 10 seconds again to figure this short one out. So hard riddles like these require you to think in a logically or straightforward way. At the same time, it's employing a conceptual metaphor with the notion of something disappearing. The answer seems so simple, but not until you figured it out. Before that moment, your brain is in such a twist and confused state. The answer for this one is silence. Let's go to riddle number 12, which is supposedly a fairly short one. How can the number 4 be half of the number 5? You guys have 10 seconds to figure this one out. So, for this one, you guys might start doing some elaborate fractions, but hard riddles like these are sometimes much more about the wordplay than actually crunching the numbers. Think literally and the answer may just appear right in front of your eyes. The answer for this is IV, the Roman numeral for 4, which is half 2 letters of the word 5. Time for riddle number 13, which goes along like this. I have keys but no locks. Space but no rooms. You can enter but you can't go outside. What am I? Again, 10 seconds to figure this one out. So this riddle gets you kind of thinking about the space, the keys, or rooms where you can't leave. And that's where you supposedly should linger. However, you have to think, what are the other meaning of keys, especially those that don't require locks, and you should be able to get to the answer. The answer is a keyboard. Now it's time for the penultimate riddle of the day. So this one is quite short and it goes like this. What gets wet while drying? 10 seconds to figure this one out. So this one has a simple answer, even though it stumps most people who try to figure out. Wet and dry seems like contrast, opposite, so you might get tripped up. However, you have to think of an object that can hint, absorb or be both. And the answer to this one is a towel. Now, unfortunately, it's time for the last riddle of today. And this riddle goes on like this. A is the brother of B. B is the brother of C. C is the father of D. So how is D related to A? Now, 10 seconds again to solve this final riddle. So riddles try to send your train of thought off in scattered directions. Try to stay clear and just follow the logic. Use letters as placeholders for names such as Uncle Bob or Aunt Linda. Makes it straightforward relationships seem difficult. So the answer to this one was pretty simple. A is actually D's uncle. So guys, this brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed these top 15 riddles and let us know in the comments how well you guys did on these. So we'll be back next week with another video. Until then, stay safe and please do like, comment and share and subscribe, and we'll be back with more videos.